I wouldn't be who I am today without my dad. My dad is the best dad and friend that I could ever ask for, and he never even had to be. He wasn't always my dad, but you wouldn't know just by talking to us. My mom and dad split when I was just a baby, and my stepdad came into the picture before I was even 2 years old, and he's been there ever since. And that's the only time I ever call my stepdad is when I'm explaining his relationship to me, but he's just dad. Um, but like I said, he's been there for me ever since I was a baby. So he coached my little league teams. He talked to me about girls for the first time. He taught me between right and wrong. He played video games with me. Just did whatever dads were supposed to do when we were a kid. He did everything um, that a kid would want in a dad, and then he continued that as I grew up. He showed me what it meant to be a man. He talked about hard work and accountability. Doing what you say you're going to do, giving everything 110%. He taught me how to treat my wife by treating my mother with respect and love and just giving me that example on how to treat a woman, how to treat anyone, really. Um, he also taught me by example how to be a father. I have two little girls now, and a lot of the things that I do with them I do because that's how I was taught by my dad. He gave me a lot of very strong life lessons on how to be a dad, how to be a husband, how to treat people just in general. With all the things that he's taught me, I think at this point in our lives, I've taught him a lot as well. My dad was always friendly. He was a great dad. He was always nice, but he's also a military dad. He's a little hard nosed sometimes. Um, Very cut and dry on what he wanted to get done, and if it wasn't done, he could be scary sometimes. So I think as we've gotten older, um, we still have a great father son relationship, but I think it's also turned into a great friendship as well. We can talk to each other about anything as equals. Um, he tries really hard not to um, give me too much advice, like over advise me. He likes to let me figure things out on my own, but at the same time, I ask for that advice. He gives me that wisdom, you know. But it's great because now it's as opposed to me sitting down and him just kind of talking at me, we're talking with each other over a beer, over dinner, um, like friends would do. Since I've had kids, I think I've been able to show him how to be a little more vulnerable. He's able to laugh and kid a lot more. He used to play video games with me, but he never played like board games or just kind of like silly games like hide and go seek or things that were kind of frivolous. But with my girls, he does this stuff all the time, and he takes them to swimming and he takes them to museums on his own, and he's pretty much as great as a dad. As great as a dad that he was for me, he's an even better grandfather. Um, and again, that'll be something that when my kids have kids, I'll have had a great example on what to do with that. Um, he's made me who I am, but I think, like I said, I've also helped expand his life's purpose as well. He taught me and molded me at a young age. Then he helped me grow into the man that I am now. And in the end, I think we've become, the best of friends. I mean, I call him first for everything, whether it's um, just any problems I'm having, I call him for advice. If it's good news, I call him first because that's who I want to talk to about it. Um, he's just always the person that I call and talk to if there's anything because I know that he won't steer me wrong. He's always going to give me a straight answer, and he's always going to give me the best advice that he can give me. Um, my dad could have been literally anything he wanted to in life. He spent over almost 40 years in the military, but he did lots of other things on the side. He was a great athlete out of high school. He did lots of cool stuff. So he could have been anything he wanted to in life, and I'm thankful every day that the thing that he chose to be the greatest at was my dad, because like I said, he didn't have to do that. Um, so he's the person that has been the most significant in my life as far as me becoming who I am, and I hope I can continue to learn from him